Hi again. Um, so I've been thinking a lot recently, just about a bunch of stuff. But have you ever felt like you're just slowly fading? Like the person you're supposed to be is slipping through your fingers? I don't know. I was looking at things and I was trying to think, is there anybody that I could relate to? And then I came across Sylvia Plath. She wrote The Bell Jar, and I feel like she's the only person who really understood. It's like she wrote my life before I even lived it. Sylvia was born in 1932, when back then the world was a different place. But was it really different? Women back then were expected to be perfect, good daughters, good wives, good mothers, but there was no room for anything else. No room to breathe. That's why she wrote The Bell Jar, I think. She was trapped, just like I am, just like we all are. And it's funny, because Sylvia was brilliant. She was talented, yet no one really saw her. Not the real her, the one who was suffocating under all of those expectations. They just saw the version of her that they wanted to see. The shiny, successful Sylvia, that one was safe. But inside, she was living under her own bell jar, just like me. When she wrote The Bell Jar, it was the 1960s. The world was changing, but not fast enough. Women were told they could have it all: careers, family, success. But they were still trapped in these tiny little boxes. Like me. I think that's why Sylvia, her writing, it feels so raw. She was so real. She was part of this literary movement called confessional poetry. And their writers bared their souls. They poured their deepest, darkest thoughts onto the page. That's why her words cut so deep. Because they weren't just words, they were her mind, her pain. So when I read The Bell Jar, it's like I'm reading my own thoughts. Every time she mentioned drowning, I could feel it too. Every time she looked at the world as nothing but emptiness, that's me. And then there's the fig tree. Sylvia wrote about a fig tree where every fig was a different path. But she couldn't choose. She couldn't move. While she stood there, frozen by indecision, the fig started to rot, one by one, until there was nothing left. That's how I feel right now. Like I'm standing in front of my own fig tree, watching all the possibilities slip away. When The Bell Jar came out, people didn't understand it. They didn't get what Sylvia was trying to say. They thought it was just some silly, sad story about a depressed girl. But it wasn't. It was a mirror showing us the cracks in society, the cracks in ourselves. Now people call it a classic. They say Sylvia was ahead of her time. But it's not just a book. It's a warning. It's a reminder that even if you seem fine on the outside, inside you could be drowning, like Sylvia. Like me. So what's wrong with me? Maybe the same thing that was wrong with her. Maybe it's the world, or maybe it's just life. But I can't shake the feeling that no matter how I try, how hard, I'll never be enough. And Sylvia killed herself in 1963. So, I know her bell jar never lived dead. But I really hope mine does.